Well, there are plenty of ways to get involved in the city of Des Moines. We're talking winter fun and also taking part in your neighborhood association. So here to talk about what's happening in the city, we're joined by Mayor Connie Boesen. And Mayor, we're not just talking about what's going on, it's also how you can take an active role in city government, and that could start with these neighborhood associations. So let's talk a little bit about the importance of them and how they work.
Well, there's 47 neighborhood associations within the city of Des Moines, and they're all run by volunteers, and we believe that they're the strength of the city. It's where people can come together and help improve your neighborhood or just get to know your neighbors. And so we always like to encourage, ever since I've been on the council, I've gone to quite a few of the meetings, that get involved, get to know who your neighbors are, get to understand the issues, and a lot of times they'll have people from the Park and Rec, they'll have neighborhood inspectors, they'll have the local neighborhood police officer, where they can visit with them and find out more about what's going on with the city.
You're making a rounds at these neighborhood associations.
Yes. And each, with being at large, I've got to go throughout the whole city. And so it's great to see people that are dedicated, because really when you talk to people, why are you in Des Moines? Well, we love our neighborhood. Yeah. And so it helps build strength, and like I said, it's just a great asset that we have available to our residents to really be more involved.
Talking about an issue that you hear at neighborhood associations that affects the whole city, the upcoming homeless ordinance. So it's not being enforced yet, but kind of give us the latest of when that could happen and where it stands now.
Well, we're waiting for the manager to bring back. There are some things that we asked to have in place before, one being outreach workers. We want the outreach workers to be the first point of contact, and they're pretty close to hiring 3 additional ones. So they'll go out in teams and they will help find out what people need. It could be that they aren't getting the services they need from a financial standpoint, or is there room in the shelter? Yes, there is, or whatever that might be. So there's a list of objectives that we have given, and as soon as those are completed, then we will, hopefully by the end of this month, things will be in place.
But not enforced yet?
No, but we've already had an ordinance, so things have been enforced. What we did was shorten the time limit, and add a lot more layers of help to help people find support or to find other housing and things like that.
Okay, so then moving on to a big issue before the Des Moines City Council, its importance, the city budget.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges that city leaders are facing. You know, it's that same old problem, trying to do more with this set amount of money.
Well, there's always challenges, you're right. And we have $1 billion budget. With a new state tax code, every city in Iowa really is going to have to look at how they're delivering services. It is impacting, I think, every city I've talked to. So, and cost of services have gone up. So it's always that question of how do you provide the services within the dollars you have. So that's why we have these meetings set up. We want our public to have input really on what the money goes for, how it's all allocated, and then give us their input on their priorities. So they're one in each ward. They're in December, and then we'll have additional meetings too.
So we have that information up on the screen where people can go to kind of let the priorities be known. What sort of things are you expecting to hear from these neighborhoods? Safety
is always probably number one, and the services, whatever we offer for Public Works. And so those are the 2 priorities we hear a lot, in Park and Rec. Some of the things many of the things do not change, but those are the priorities for most people.
The top 3 that you hear year after year. Right. Something fun that we want to talk about as we're getting closer to the holidays, right? There's something big coming up that the city is going to get into the holiday spirit this weekend.
Right. Well, it's really a gem of the Breton Skating Park. It's really a great thing along the river. And they're going to have their kickoff. They tie it with the East Village Promenade. They'll have a tree lighting event, and the skating will not be open until Sunday if the weather cooperates.
Okay.
As always, ice needs to be cold.
Right.
But it's a great event. Bring the family out. There'll be refreshments and things like that. And then throughout the year, it's open till March. There's opportunity to have skating parties. There's opportunity to really have a great time outdoors in the winter.
I know, and we are talking about some cooler temperatures as well. You said it kind of coincides with the whole promenade downtown as well.
Right, and that's a great event for the East Village, and so we just encourage everybody to come enjoy the festivities.
So see, we promised we were going to talk about
Right.
what's going on in the city and how you can get involved. I think we did our job today.
I
Mayor.
think so. There is tremendous opportunity, a lot of things going on.
All right, thanks for your time this afternoon. We'll be back with more after this.